Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk a little bit about how to get through your middle and how to stop reacting to your 3D when bits and pieces of the old story keep coming up over and over and over again. It just means that you're stuck on the old story, you're stuck in a loop, and you keep falling for it and you're not pulling yourself out. This is one of the most important things for you to do. So I'm going to cover this and it's going to be short and sweet because it does not need to be a long drawn out process. And the video itself doesn't need to be long and complicated, okay? Because it's actually simpler than we're allowing it to be because our egos are getting in the way of it being so simple. It can't be this simple. It has to be much bigger than this. And so you're putting the entire process on a pedestal. Okay, so before I get into this, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you love my content. If you want coaching, feel free to email me a short description directly to kim@coreunion.com. I will respond back with my next available session after you have booked through coreunion.com. You can either book a 30-minute session, a 60-minute session, or a package, which most people do prefer because it does make it really affordable. And then we can get to work as soon as possible. Sometimes this is what happens. We will be doing our inner work. We're trusting in our imagination. With my particular routine, it provides structure and it keeps you feeling from and thinking from and trusting in your end more often throughout the day, which is exactly what you want to do because you want to get yourself to a place where you really trust and believe in the version of you and the version of your specific person who's happy and in love together in the version of the relationship that you are feeling, that you're resonating with so deeply. That exists, and you just have to stay in line and in alignment with it dominantly. So if you start to get movement in your 3D reality, I know some of you guys are like, well, I'm not even hearing from them. This is for when you do hear from them, because you will hear from them if you stay in trust and in faith and stay in your end. Point blank, period. It's that simple. I'm going to give you an example. When me and my partner, Hannah, were in separation, I, like my life depended on it, not in a way where I was putting it all on a pedestal, but in other words, I wasn't going to entertain anything but us being so passionate and so in love together, there for each other, like having that ride or die relationship that we are just like, we know we are each other's other half. We know that we serve an incredible and amazing, beautiful purpose in each other's lives. And there's from my perspective, it's just me and him. And we both know this is it. When we were separated and I had no evidence in my 3D reality to to keep pulling me through the middle, I allowed my trust and my faith in God and the faith in the love that I was feeling to pull me through the middle. Circumstances did not matter. No visible movement in the 3D did not matter. Once we did get in contact and all of our stuff was coming up on the surface, it didn't matter. If I heard something I didn't want to hear, it didn't matter. Did it throw me sometimes? Yes. But more often than not, what I would feel into was our passion. I would imagine us loving each other, hugging each other, being as one together in the physical, kissing, laughing, a lot of laughter, having fun, having an incredible life together. I imagined everything that was like for a normal relationship for me and for him. We're both introverts. So I wasn't imagining some things that you guys would imagine if you're an extrovert, maybe you're going to imagine totally different things. So it was very specific to what deep down I knew I wanted and I knew he wanted because we're so much perfectly in sync together. We're so much alike. So fast forward now, after having experienced the things that I didn't want to experience, because those were just the old fears, worries, and doubts about maybe a relationship isn't safe. Maybe it's not safe for me to be completely vulnerable. Once all of those things came up, all of this stuff around trust, and I just stuck with it. And then he stuck with it. And then we became closer and closer and closer. Every time we got triggered, every time the mess would come up in the 3D, I would just go back within, back into the love, back into the passion, back into knowing us, us as a team, the laughter, the joy. Sometimes was it hard? Yes. Were there times where I would cry? Yes. Was I crying thinking that this was it? No. I was crying thinking this is the little parts of me that were wounded before I even met Hannah, and we are healing each other. And so now we got through that fire because of the persistence. So if you in your 3D reality are getting a mix of kind of your old story and your new story, and you keep falling for the 3D, you're taking your cues from the 3D, from the old story, and you refuse to just pull yourself out of it and go immersing yourself deeply in the trust, in the relationship that you actually desire, want, and crave with your person, which again, really does exist. Then you are going to be suffering because you're going to be living in this world where it's like duality. You are trusting in the 3D, and then you're going in your imagination and you're feeling all good and you're feeling all warm and fuzzy and you're feeling in the love and it feels good. And then you go into the 3D and it doesn't happen the way you're seeing it happen in your imagination. So then you're back. It's like you're putting yourself on this horrible roller coaster ride, and it is going to be painful. And so if you want to know, how do I get out of this roller coaster? How do I get out of this loop? You have to go into trust and in faith in your end and stay there dominantly. But there is going to be some rocky times, potentially, not always. You have to keep persisting in, I'm done with this, not I'm done with my person. I'm done with this old story. I trust in my person. I trust my love. I trust our relationship. I trust us. I trust God. And I'm not falling for this. This right here that's happening is not the real version of me. It's not the real version of my person. And it's not the real version of us. So I am going back within. I'm shutting down this experience in the 3D. It doesn't mean you have to do anything in the 3D. Will there be times where you might react poorly? Yes. Forgive yourself, forgive your person, forgive everything, and just go back into the deep trust and into the love again, 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 and again. You keep persisting. That is why it is called persisting. For those of you guys who keep getting challenged, it is because you are trusting too deeply and too much in the 3D experience. You're adhering to the 3D experience. You're trusting in this is it. This is final. This is what he or she said. This is how they feel. Instead of trusting in the true version of them and the true version of you, which you will experience when you simply stay in faith. I know that it feels very frustrating sometimes, and I know that it can be paradoxical. If you are in this urgency and you need, and you're desperate, you are not going to experience things quickly. You are going to draw out this whole entire middle, and you're going to make it harder on yourself. You have to make a decision that you're going to trust in what's in your heart, and you're going to trust that God created you as being a little creator in your reality, and that if God put this in your heart and soul, that this is your person, and you know it on a deep level, then this person is your person. You have to make a decision. Can I overcome this? Yes or no? Because life is worth, like, you have to enjoy your life. A big part of this is you actually enjoying your life, even while you're in the middle. You have to be loving yourself. You have to be nurturing yourself, respecting yourself, valuing yourself, loving your life, really paying attention to the things that you are incredibly grateful for in your life. Becoming that awareness of the good things in life expands all of the good things in life, and you will experience all of the good things in life. A lot of times people say that they start to see evidence in the reality of people treating them different, people treating them better, or them feeling better. This is a very good sign that you are shifting. So if the only little bits and pieces are left, that it's just your person that you're not seeing a change in, then you really need to check yourself and ask yourself, am I trusting in the best and highest version of my person and the best and highest version of myself in our relationship? Yes or no? And if no, then you need to go within and do some deep inner work and trust what's in your soul. If you know, this is my woman, this is my man, this is my partner, this is my love, my soulmate, my mirror soul, my twin flame, however you want to label it. If you just know it, it's a deep, deep, deep knowing in your soul, then it is. And everything that you are feeling for them, they feel for you. And what you want with them, they want with you. And if you're saying again, but they're not showing me, so how is this true? Then you did not listen to my video just now. You didn't listen to anything I said. These deep soul connections come from within. The two of you guys are already one. You're already merged together. I have proof of this every life. I have proof of this in my life every day and night with my partner, Hannah. The level of us picking up on each other's feelings, on each other's thoughts is ridiculous, but it is unreal, especially around Christmas time right now, while we're trying to surprise each other with gifts. And I can't even say what I want to say because I'll probably ruin a surprise that I have for him, but it's just unreal. The things that will just pop out of his mouth that literally are just in my mind, and vice versa. It happens on both sides. It's the most amazing and incredible experience I've ever had in my life. We are both equally passionate and loving and affectionate. And the way we communicate is deep, and it is beyond amazing. It is even better than even better than how I imagined. Okay, so I did it because I trusted through the middle. I didn't allow the 3D, what was said, what I was experiencing, to dictate anything to me. You have to have that level of trust, persistence, and faith. Okay, I love you so much. I'm actually breaking out in a little bit of a hot flash right now. Comment down below that you know that it's done and you promise to yourself you will persist in the best and highest version of you and the best and highest version of your person, and that you guys make an amazing team together. And stay there. Don't fall for the 3D or your fears anymore. I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.